Hey folks, Mac T here, and I got a 3 year and 3 month old Motorcraft battery that tested out about 12.6 volts or something like that, and the cold cranking amps, if you let it set overnight, are down in the 400s. So hey, this Motorcraft battery's out the door, and we're going to go ahead and do this. We have a Duralast battery. I bought that at AutoZone. And why did I buy a Duralast? Because it meets the same cold cranking amps and everything as the Motorcraft battery, and I get a military discount. And this battery here is out of warranty, and Ducky's going to help us. Right, Ducky? All right, Ducky. You hear that? He even quacked for us. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and remove it. The first things first, we have to get down there and undo this bolt right down here. That's right, the bracket that holds it. And it's looking like we're going to have to disconnect this airbox top. Might have to undo the bolt right here, disconnect this, undo the hose here, and disconnect this. I'm hoping I don't have to do anything more than that. Because I really don't want to start pulling out the whole air box just to get this battery out. So I'm hoping by removing the top, that allows us to get enough clearance to pull this battery up and out. And yes, they do have it nice and tight in there, if you can see. So we have to pull the battery out a ways in order to get to that negative terminal and get that done. But first thing we're going to do is just start tearing all this stuff apart and removing things. One other thing, folks, if you're going to watch these videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and like, and share the videos. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm and gets the views up and everything else. So, hey, give me a shot, share it with other folks that you know would enjoy it, and maybe, if nothing else, my family will help me do this. Now we got a Christmas tree that we got plugged in here. Just unplug this right here, and then unclip. That's probably the MAF sensor. And then I'm not sure how this really works. I guess it pulls down and it pulls off of here. So we have this all disconnected just in case. And then we just got to take this off of here. That's too big for that. Probably about an 8mm. No, it's not even an 8. I'm going to have to get another socket for that one. Alrighty. And this is just an 8 here also. And I think this is part of your purge valve system, I think. I could be wrong. If I am, put it down below. I didn't really go through everything that this is. But we'll just slide that out of the way, and what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and try to put this screw back in here so it stays with the that way we don't lose anything. We'll just keep it with the air box, then we don't have a problem. And then we have to undo this one, if I can get it on there. I don't know what size this one is. It's definitely smaller. So let me get another tool here. So this here is a 7, believe it or not. So we'll go ahead and undo that. That should then allow me to spread this out. We'll undo the clips on the airbox. We should be able to take the airbox apart. There we go. Look at that. It's even got a little filter in there. You've never seen that. See that, Jeff? It's got like a filter in it.
Well, that's interesting.
So, yeah. And it's even got screws. It's like replaceable. It's got little Torx on there. And then I'll take out my immaculately clean air filter. Check that out. Yep. Yes, it's an oiled air filter. but it's not too dirty. It's pretty good shape yet. Now, as you can see, we have a lot more room to pull this battery out from the lip right here. So I can go ahead and undo that. Undo this screw right down here. It holds the battery. And as hard as it's going, I think we'll go ahead and throw a little fluid film on this thing to just keep it from rusting, even though it's a 2019. Or they put blue Loctite on it. What's your guess? It's not giving up the ghost too easy. Yeah, buddy. Man, that's a long screw or bolt, whatever you want to call it. I guess I could have used the drill tool, which I might do later, but yeah, it's not going to come out yet. There we go. Man, that's long. Wait till you see this. Look at that thing. That's a long screw. And it's a metal bracket. So that's bound to rust up on you eventually, being it's a battery. And this will probably allow us to get the battery out.
I'll plug this OBD2 into save your settings.
Okay, Jeff's going to plug an OBD2 in to the car, so let's go ahead and see what that does. All right, we have an MX Plus that's plugged in there, so Jeff's going to go ahead and unplug that, set that down, and then he's going to attempt to crawl down in there and plug it in. It's not in the standard place that you find most of them on most of the older edges, but yeah, that's all it is. It's just a 9-volt battery. Let me get close up there. Just a 9-volt battery, and it saves you a lot of effort on doing the presets on your radio and everything else. So, yep, we're going to do that. And when we go back, I guess we're going to verify that it worked, because we'll see if the preset stayed.
Exactly.
We'll go ahead and zip this battery off of here. Get that loose. And now we got to pull the battery out here. And it's got this nice little, how do you call it? Oh, I got to get that. This is not easy, folks. I can see why AutoZone said no.
I got lower air box. No, you cleared it. It'll clear.
Here we go. There. Now we get this one off of here. And that should get the negative up off of there. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Whew. Now, do we put the baby diaper back on the battery? Now, they put a diaper on here. Don't know why. What that is. That's it. So I guess we'll put it back on. I don't know what that it's going to help or hurt or anything like that. Now let's check the battery out, because we want to set it up the same way. All right, folks, you see this here plug? Important. But I'm going to change it around because I don't like the way it's set up. This is a vent plug, and they plug the front of it, but they have the battery venting to the back right here. And this is how it vents. Any acidic gases that come out will vent right here, but the problem is it vents right up against the firewall. I don't like it venting to the firewall. So I'm going to change it around. So let's check out the new battery and how we're going to do this plug. And we're not going to use the plug that this battery came with, because all new batteries of this style, generally if you buy the right battery, will come with a plug. Alright folks, one thing that comes with the positive, right here we have this plug. And what you do is you remove the plug. And I'm doing it one-handed, so there we go. You take that plug, we're not putting it in the front, but we're going to come back to the back side here, and we're going to push that plug in there, and I'll hammer that bad boy in here in a second. So I'm just going to tappy that in. There we go. Now that plug is right there where I want it to be. And it will vent out the front now. And that will help, as far as I'm concerned, alleviating the, leaving all the acids that can go on those brake lines and everything else that's back there. So we want to avoid that. So this is what we're doing. The other thing you do, if you really want to work hard, is you leave this on. That way you can start all over again. But anyway, yeah, take this off. Put it in your pocket. Give it to your daughters. Let the dog chew on it. Whatever you want to do. Alright, this is a little bit oxidized, so I'm just going to run that in there. Clean it up, because it was sitting on the shelf for a while, so now it's nice and clean. We'll do this one too. And then we'll do my favorite thing and put some dielectric grease on it. There you go, nice and clean, so we can get that done. And then we put our baby diaper on it, slide it up underneath the handles. And you guys can comment on the purposes of this down below. I'm not entirely sure what its purpose is, because it ain't like the battery makes noise. But there's some sort of padding on it, but on the back side there's not hardly any padding. So don't know what it is, but that's what we got for that. Now I always put a little bit of dielectric grease on these. Because why? I don't like corrosion, and an AGM battery generally doesn't do corrosion, but you know what, it never hurts to have this on here to keep that corrosion down, and it really does work. I've used it for years. So you can tell me what you use, and this is what I use, and it never failed me yet. So we'll go ahead and get this on here, and then we'll start putting everything together. Alrighty, we're discussing the pros and cons of a Lincoln trying to change the battery, because apparently they don't like to give you anything as far as space. So we're gonna get this on here one way or another. If I can get it on here. It doesn't want to go down all the way. There we go. Got it. Got it all the way down. So I can go ahead and tighten this up. There we go. Nice and tight. So I can now slide this battery back into the position it needs to be in. This is tight, folks. Just keep that in mind. I'm catching on something here. I don't know what it is. Unless I put it on wrong. That's always a possibility, so let's try it a different way. There we go. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, so I put it in wrong. There you go, lesson learned, folks. Now let's try it. There. Now it'll work. There we go. Now we got it all situated. Now we can go ahead, slide this bracket in here. Get that bolt started. There, wherever it is. Try to get it hand started because we don't want to do anything crazy on this. There we go. Let's do it faster so you guys can get to the end of this video here. There we go. Let's see if it's gonna move. Nope, nice and tight. So I have to move the cable up underneath there because I got it put in there wrong. Holy cow. Pre-planning. There we go. Now I can go ahead and put this battery on. Nice and tight. And that takes the 10. That's nice and tight on there. And looks like we are done. And I can put the battery cap on there. However it wants to go. Not quite sure. But anyway, that's it, folks. We now have the battery in there. It's nice and tight. And we can put the rest of this thing back together. By doing this. Getting that situated. There we go. Get that hooked up there. That's locked in. There we go. Got that clip in. Plug that in. And then we can take this out, get that hooked back in here. I mean, during this whole thing, folks, I know you weren't paying attention to me, right? Anyway, let me reposition this. Okay. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this back in. There we go. Now, got everything in here. Put back in. And I think it goes like so. This cover is so chintzy. I don't even know what to do with it. But anyway, that's where it's going to be. It don't even look like it fits right. It's probably why it don't even work. But that's how we got it. In there nice and good. But got that hooked up. I just got to take and tighten up this last piece here. And that is the air intake. We don't want to forget that. Because if we forget that, then we end up with all sorts of other issues. That's nice and tight. Snap in the little air box. That's it. That's a battery change for you, folks, for 2019. And I imagine it works pretty much the same for all of your other models for the 2.0 EcoBoost. It's going to be this way. But yeah, that's it. I guess the real deal is it does the car start. So I guess let's go ahead and start the car. And take that battery minder off there to see if it worked. Well, Ducky, do you think it'll start? Not a problem. All right, we'll just go down under here and we'll unplug this. There you go. This is it. That's the whole shebang right there. And OBD2. So I can plug mine back in. Here's my MX. Now let's go ahead and see if the car will start. Ta-da! Everything that we wanted.
Stations, everything, Gary? The time of day?
I'm gonna turn the radio on. Oh no.
What?
It went to AM.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it didn't do it.
The battery's hot. I wonder if it sucked it dry.
Well, I guess it didn't do it. Maybe it was just too much for it. Let me see. Entertainment. Oh no, it didn't. All my presets are still there.
Oh, good.
They're all there. It just went to AM as a default, I guess, when we turned it off. But all my radio station presets are still there. So I don't think we got a problem. Everything's fine. And it started right up. So Jeff, on this thing, is this battery hot?
Yeah, it really...
Holy cow.
It's probably powering it up.
When you're doing the Ford Edge, you might want to do the electrical plug-in DC part because the Edge is just a power-hungry beast, and that battery is brand new, so it's down to how many volts now?
It was a brand new 9 volts down.
Brand new 9 volt is down like 7.5 volts now. Well, almost 8.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be unplugged very long.
It sucked it hard.
You need to use the plug-in.
So it did work. My presets and everything are still there, so that's good. But yeah, it definitely was hard on that battery. But we do have it changed, so everything's good. Ducky, you're out of here. We are done with you. We're going to go ahead and move you outside, and we got a new battery.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Go production.